would beat Canelo.
Could you give me a little insight as to why and how?
I'm just telling you, he'll beat him. You know what I'm saying? He got a great team of coaches. You know, he got everything around him to where he'll know he'll beat him.
Crawford's trainer, Bomac, has just warned that Terence will beat Canelo, and he sounded dead serious. If this fight happens, someone's legacy could be in real danger. Even Crawford himself dropped a chilling hint that shook the boxing world. He said, "I'm hunting him. That's it. I'm hunting for everything he's got. I'ma take it." Those weren't just empty words, they were a direct shot at Canelo's pride and everything he's built. This isn't just about winning a fight. It's about taking the crown, the glory, and the respect. You could hear the hunger in Crawford's voice, like a predator locked on its prey. If these two meet in the ring, it won't be a friendly boxing match. It will be a hunt. And when the hunter meets the champion, only one walks away with everything. Bomac has made bold predictions before, and they've come true, just like when he said Crawford would beat Errol Spence. And we all know how that ended.
I know he'll beat him.
What about, was it like his length, his counter punching?
I ain't gonna put that out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like I didn't put it out there when he beat Spence. I just kept telling everybody he was gonna beat him. You know, when they finally beat him, I tried to tell everybody. Nobody want to listen to me. Now y'all need to start listening.
He's warned the world before, and proved everyone wrong when the lights were brightest. Now he's sounding the same alarm again, but once more, people aren't paying attention. This isn't hype. It's a pattern, a warning built on experience. If history repeats itself, Canelo could be walking straight into the same storm. When Bomac speaks, it's not noise, it's a signal. He's even gone a step further, saying they've already spotted weaknesses in Canelo's game and know exactly how to exploit them.
But I don't think people doubt that he has the skill to beat a Canelo. It's the size and the strength and the power. That's what.
That don't mean shit. You can take all that shit away from a fighter. Size, strength, you can take all that away. Because of course, he got holes in his game.
Nobody doubts Crawford's skill to beat Canelo. The question is the size, the strength, the power. But that doesn't mean those advantages can't be taken away. Canelo's game has holes, and Crawford's team believes they found them. This isn't just confidence, it's calculated. They've been studying him, breaking him down piece by piece. Canelo has been nearly untouchable for years, but even giants have cracks. And if Crawford's team knows exactly when to strike, this fight could turn quickly. Rising superstar Shakur Stevenson has also made a prediction that's turning heads, and it's not just fan talk.
Because I just knew, like, as far as in that weight class, Terence Crawford is like the greatest. So I just feel as though with Canelo's style and like the style of boxing that he got, I think and this is before Bivol did it, but I thought like Terence Crawford was the only guy who I felt as though could have beat Canelo with his style.
His words carry weight, not just as a fan, but as an elite boxer who studies styles. This wasn't hype, it was honest, calculated belief. Stevenson saw Crawford's tools long before most people dared to say it out loud. And now, as talk heats up, his old comments are starting to sound more like prophecy. Shakur has been backing Crawford over Canelo for years, long before this was even a serious discussion.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been putting it out since, I want to say, when he fought Sean Porter. Like back then, if you go watch, it's an interview out there. I had said I think that Terence Crawford would beat Canelo Alvarez right after he fought Sean Porter. So the idea, I've been thinking about it. I've been saying it before Bud even was.
Back when Crawford fought Sean Porter, Shakur had already made up his mind. While most doubted, he saw the bigger picture. His take wasn't bandwagon talk, it was rooted in skill, style, and instinct. Now that the fight is close to reality, those words hit harder. Shakur didn't just talk belief, he broke it down stylistically, pointing out something that could give Crawford the edge.
I think Bud is a southpaw. I think that's the part that kind of that's underestimated about the fight. I think him being a southpaw makes it a little harder for Canelo. I think Canelo has some type of trouble with southpaw when I watched him fight John Ryder. John Ryder, and John Ryder wasn't that good. It's just Canelo was fighting against the southpaw, and it made it a little bit harder than usual. But with the Madrimov fight, I just felt like Madrimov is a good fighter, and stylistically, he's a lot different than Canelo.
Being a southpaw isn't just a stance, it's a problem Canelo has dealt with before. Shakur's breakdown shows how Crawford's style could expose cracks in Canelo's armor. We've seen Canelo struggle in moments, but now he'd be facing someone capable of fully capitalizing. This isn't about raw strength, it's about angles, timing, and precision. If styles truly make fights, this matchup could be far more dangerous for Canelo than people expect. Even veteran promoter Frank Warren couldn't ignore it, admitting September won't be easy.
Well, he's got a big fight, hasn't he, in September, first of all. Yeah, and that's going to be a tough fight for him against Crawford.
Warren's tone wasn't casual, it carried concern and realism. He knows the fight game inside out, and when he says it's a tough one, it means something. This isn't just hype, it's a warning built on decades of experience. For Canelo, Crawford could be the defining test of his career. Warren even questioned Canelo's current form, hinting that size might not matter as much as people think.
I'm going to go with a bigger man. I should go with a bigger man, but, their age, who knows? Crawford fights once a year. Canelo's roughly twice a year. Canelo's last fight, I wasn't too impressed with him for that fight. And Crawford, although the guy was a runner, Crawford's last fight, he had a real tough fight against the Eastern European.
There was doubt in his voice, not just about the opponent, but about Canelo himself. He pointed out something fans have started to notice: the sharpness might not be the same. Meanwhile, Crawford is staying active, sharp, and dangerous. When legends slow down even slightly, it leaves the door open for the hungry to walk through. If Warren's instincts are right, Crawford might be walking into the perfect storm. Analyst Mark Creel also broke it down from a technical angle, saying Crawford's mind is just as dangerous as his fists.
I think it's entirely fair to judge him on his last performance. He was adjusting to size, he was adjusting to weight, but also he was fighting someone who's very, very long. Crawford's one of the most resourceful fighters I've ever seen. He can come at you from either side. He's a really high IQ. I think that he's thinking 2, 3, 4 steps ahead. Look, we'll see. It's a huge amount of weight to go up. I'm not quite sure what to compare it to, especially at this stage of his career.
Ray Leonard.
This wasn't just praise, it was an explanation of what makes Crawford different. Creel pointed out that even when outsized, Crawford finds a way. That kind of fight IQ can change everything, especially against a power-heavy fighter like Canelo. Size is a factor, but intelligence, adaptability, and timing can flip the script. And if anyone can jump weight classes and still dominate, it's the man thinking 4 steps ahead. Creel didn't shy away from turning the focus on Canelo, asking which version will show up.
Yeah, but I mean, Canelo's Canelo. What I'm more curious about is what Canelo comes out. I know how hungry Crawford is. I don't doubt Canelo's hunger, but I think he's gotten used to, opponents who aren't quite, what they were in the prime of his prime. And I also think he's gotten into the habit of throwing one shot at a time. For instance, with Kovalev, I thought that he was behind on points, but I also never thought that the fight was in doubt. And it was only a matter of time before he did what he did. I don't think you can get away with that in the same way with Terence Crawford.
Creel isn't doubting Canelo's greatness, but he's questioning whether the fire still burns the same. He noted habits that could be costly against someone as sharp and relentless as Crawford. One-punch strategies might have worked before, but this is a different battlefield. Crawford won't wait around to be figured out, he makes you pay for every second you hesitate. Creel may not have picked a side, but his tone gave Crawford more credit than most. And without saying it outright, he put the spotlight and pressure squarely on Canelo, even questioning the decisions that led him to this fight.